Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you this recipe. We're going to be making cookie mix bakery style cookies. So we will be using cookie mix to make these cookies. They are not from scratch. We will be adding a few ingredients to make them a little bit more bakery style versus just flat cookies if you were to just bake them straight out of the cookie mix bag. So let's get started. To my mixing bowl, I am going to go ahead and add in 2 sticks of softened butter. I'm also going to add in 4 eggs to this mixture, and this is mix that I got from the Christmas sales. So anytime that there is sales after holiday, I like to pick up these bags of limited edition holiday baking mixes because these keep for a long time. For example, this one, the expiration date was for 2027. It is currently 2026. So it was going to last a long time. And I like to pick these up, especially for when I have like bake sales planned for the school, or just to give to neighbors, or like to make little gifts of cookie boxes that I want to give to friends, neighbors, or just co-workers. So I like to buy these and save them for occasions like this. Once I have my eggs and my butter, I'm going to go ahead and add in the 2 bags of cookie mix, and you're not going to pre-mix the butter. Everything is going to mix exactly at the same time. You can definitely make half of this recipe because I know a few of you are going to ask in the comments. I just decided to make the 2 batches because I am gifting this to friends for Valentine's Day. So I went ahead and added both bags in, but you can definitely make half of this recipe. I'm going to slowly start by pulsing my mixer. I don't want to go and just turn it on full force because everything is going to fly. So you're going to pulse it for the first few tries, maybe about 10 times. And then after that, we're going to mix on medium-high speed for approximately 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how long it takes to incorporate all of your ingredients. Make sure to stop your mixer in between mixes and scrape the sides because sometimes there's ingredients that stay stuck on the sides of your bowls. You want to make sure that everything is completely incorporated. While this is mixing, you also want to prepare a 1 cup of all-purpose flour. So what we want is we want to make sure that these cookies have structure or volume. We want these cookies to look like bakery style cookies and not flat cookies. So when you're baking, the more flour your cookie mix has, the more structure it'll hold versus the butter. So if you have more butter, your cookies will spread more. If you have more flour, your cookies will look more like a dome shape, or they'll look a little bit thicker, and it'll also give them a little bit more of a chewiness to them versus crispiness. I'm adding in my all-purpose flour by sections or in 1/4 cups because I want to make sure that it incorporates completely to my mixture. You can add it all at one time and just pulse your mix again, but I like to add it in a few at a time. I also have some Heath pieces off to the side because I'm going to add in some to the mixture. You can add any type of mix-ins. You can add chocolate chips, you can add pecans, any kind of nuts to the cookie mixes. It's not going to alter the final texture so much versus the texture when you bite it, but not the texture of how the cookie actually bakes. So you can add chocolate chips, dark chocolate chips, white chocolate chips, sprinkles, anything you want to the mix is completely fine. But we're going to do that at the end so that when we are mixing, your chips or your pecans or nuts don't get completely crushed by the attachment of the stand mixer. Sorry. At this point, you want to turn on your oven to preheat to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We are going to bake our cookies for 10 to 12 minutes. My ideal time was 12 minutes. Your oven might be 10. I would stop at 10 and check your cookies. Your cookies need to be puffy, they'll be thick, and they'll have structure to them, but the center will also look done. So if your cookies are not done, the center will be a little bit sunken in. So that's a little bit of how you can tell that your cookie is done. Mine was done exactly at 12 minutes. And don't forget that they also continue baking when you take them out while they are resting on your baking sheet. So if you need to take them out at 10 minutes, do that, because you'll also allow them to cool on your baking rack for another 5 minutes and then transfer them to a cooling rack. So just make sure to keep that into consideration. If you don't mind cookies that are well done, then go ahead and bake them for the 12 minutes. I also want to mention that in my experience, I like to bake my cookies with parchment paper as opposed to silicone mats, because I just feel like they bake a lot more evenly. You can definitely bake them on silicone mats over your cookie sheets, but I just prefer parchment paper because I feel like it gives them the crisp at the bottom that they need, but the cookie is still soft in the center, if that makes sense. I did go ahead and prepare all of my baking sheets with parchment paper, and I will be using a 1/4 cup scoop to scoop out my batter into my baking sheets. This 1/4 cup measure is also the same one that I use for cupcake batter, and it's also one that you would use for, let's say, ice cream. I got this specific scoop at Marshall's years ago, but you can find these scoops at restaurant stores, at baking supply stores, on Amazon, at Walmart, and most of them have the measure on them. Some of them are for half cup portions, 1/4 cup portions, 1/8 cup portions, and it'll say on the package. And typically, like for example, when you go to a barbecue place and they serve you mashed potatoes, they'll use a half cup scoop to give you mashed potatoes, or a 1/4 cup scoop to do that. So that's how you find these. It's not a particularly like cookie scooper. It's literally a scoop that you find at a store that has baking supplies, and just make sure that it says a 1/4 cup. You can definitely make these cookies a lot smaller or a lot bigger, and depending on how big or small you want them. Mine are mid-size, and using these 2 bags of cookie mix, I was able to get 36 to 38 cookies. But if you make them smaller, you'll be able to get more. If you make them bigger, you'll be able to get a little bit less. And I went ahead and added some of the Heath topping on the top just to finish off my cookies, because when this bakes, these will glisten at the top and it'll make the cookie a little bit more fancy. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these into the oven for 12 minutes at 350 degrees. And I'm going to show you the result. This is how they are going to look when they come out of the oven. They are thick, they are fluffy, but they are soft in the center. And I'm going to go ahead and open one so you can see the middle. These are delicious. They are perfect for gifting. They hold their shape very well in case you wanted to stack them in little bags. I put mine inside little boxes and they looked super cute. Okay, so here are my finished cookie boxes. The majority of the cookies here are from either cake mix or cookie mix mixes that I doctored up a little bit. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to give my video a like, share this video with a friend. If you haven't subscribed already and you want to keep seeing videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.